Modeling helps users to create or understand the value that the solution is trying to create. It is also sometimes known as customer value model. If we try to understand what does value essentially means, it is nothing but benefits minus cost. Modeling can be applied at various horizons. For example, at strategy horizon to do or perform research, at initiative or delivery horizon to understand products in details. IIBA suggests 4 techniques that can be used in case of value modeling. The first one is value proposition canvas. If we look at any solution or product, it is essentially doing 3 things. One, either it's a gain creator, so which means suppose if there is a product that helps you to gain more subscriber on YouTube, more subscriber on Twitter, more subscriber on social media, it can be a pain reliever. It can also help you to automate a lot of things that is taking a lot of time. So for example, if there is a video editing software that can do video editing based on the AI processing so that you don't need a lot of time to edit your video, that is a good example of a pain reliever. And it can also comprises of product and services, so it can also enhance the existing product or services that you are already offering. And the idea is to map these gain creators with the customer profile or the pain reliever with your customer profile. The next technique is flowchart of customer value. So here on the right hand side, we mention the various stakeholders, and on the left hand side, we mention the various processes. So where we are going, how do we get there and make the journey a safe one. And then we essentially try to see what are the various values that we are trying to bring in, and at the end, what does it or to whom it essentially affect to. So for example, maximizing opportunity is for the contended owner, or develop product with superior customer value. If this is done, we get a satisfied customer. The next technique is means value chart. So this talks about the simple principle of deriving a value, which is nothing but benefit minus cost. So benefit can also be looked as value and cost as means. So suppose if a company or a startup is having employees and it is creating a product, on the right hand side you can see customers. So from customers they will get value or they will get revenue based on what they give it to the customer. So the value proposition, the outcome, the expectation. And on the left hand side they will have the employee cost, so which means the means of achieving this, and combining them will essentially give an overall value for the company. And the last technique in this category is value model, which is nothing but aligning or creating various distinction between key partner strategic value, key rival cost, revenues, etc. And this technique is primarily used at strategy horizon or at initiative horizon because this deals with abstractness. So for example, when you are trying to validate if an initiative need to be started or not, you look at the strategic value, you look at what kind of cost it will have and what kind of revenue it could potentially generate, and decide then whether to go ahead with it or cancel a specific initiative. The strength is, of course, for this is it can be applied at various horizon, and the structure is very intuitive, very simple, very concise, so it can be understood by various stakeholders coming from different background, and it can be done very easily, so it require minimal documentation. The limitation is, of course, there are a lot of assumptions that need to be made. So whether you look at the key stakeholder or the partner or the revenues that are going to come in the future, all these assumptions need to be considered, and then this technique will give you the right strength.